Oh, catch my breath here for a second. I am at Lake Corpus Christi State Park. Not too far away, but I think I forgot something. I'm not real sure, so let's take a look. Yeah, definitely forgot something. Not sure where the trailer went, so we'll have to figure that part out. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the tent set up and get this trip going. It's going to be interesting because it's a little bit windy and I'm on my own setting up a tent. So, if anything, there should be some laugh value here. So let's get her done. All right, that should be a good view, and maybe a little lower. Who knows? Anyhow, let's go ahead and get this tent set up, and I'll be coming back every once in a while to check and make sure it records. Last time I was doing a hitch up thing, it didn't do that, so I thought that was a little weird. Now that we're nice and winded, we're going to get the jacket off. And now it's time to get the rain cover on top because we may get some rain this weekend. I can already tell how tight this is coming out. It's going to be a whole lot of fun putting it back in. Instructions are right here inside the bag, so let's take a minute and go over those and see what it tells us to do. This is the part where we think we have a bigger bed than what we actually have. So you can see what we got going on here. You know, I could swear when I booked this, it was water electric. I've got no electric. So, which wouldn't be a big deal because I've got a propane burner, a little cooktop stove that I'll be using to cook with. But I plan on using the electric for my electric kettle. And, well, I'm not sure how this is coming through when I stand here. Tilt it up, so, well, we'll have to see. We'll learn more about the whole camera point thing, what angles are, and all that later, but yeah, I don't see any electric here, so usually it'd be over by the water. I might have to poke around a little bit. In any case, what I might do is fill up some water, head down to a bathhouse and find a 110 outlet, and get it nice and hot there. So back to putting stuff in there. Breakfast is over and served, but we still have coffee. So, first night tent camping, first night sleeping on a cot since I was in the Air Force back in the 90s. Oh, geez, man. Starting to date myself there. That's a little on the old side. But not bad, not bad. I was still able to flip over, I think, the little exercise mat I threw down. Kind of helped out a little bit, but overall, not a bad night. Sprinkled a little bit last night, you know, so a little bit of white noise to maybe drown that out. But, you know, I'd say the biggest difference I found with tent camping versus the RV camping, because I think the last time we tent camped was with the Cub Scouts with the boy, and that was many, many years ago. And that was, of course, expected to be everybody all around in kind of one big camp. Is the tents sites here, you know, everybody's kind of outside. I mean, there's no walls, there's no nothing. In the RV side of the house, when everybody goes in, you don't hear anything. It just gets quiet, and you maybe hear some chatter and some stuff, and maybe some kids every once in a while. Here, all that bedtime drama with small children, and you know, I'm not complaining about the children. I know that happens. I've been there. I've had a kid, but you hear it clear as day. You know, Tyler, you heard him Tyler, you broke his lip. Tyler, that's why you got spanked. You know, who has the ham and cheese? What happened to the hot dogs? You know, I know way too much about the people that are actually a good distance away from, because it just carried completely. So that was a little bit to get used to. You know, I would like to camp like this. I'm having fun doing it, but I'd like it to feel a little bit more remote than it does here. But that's, you know, state parks and not a whole lot in the way of bush camping for Texas. But I'm going to look into that, see if there's a place I can go and get remote. From what I understand, you talk to people that have hunting leases and stuff like that. When there's no season in there, then sometimes you can talk them into letting you go in and camp, you know, without a whole lot of facilities or anything like that. I don't have electric here, but you saw from breakfast we pirated the water. But so I was thinking this was an electric campsite, but evidently here at this particular park they have water, full hookups, nothing in between. So it would have been nice to have some electricity here, but is what it is, and we're going to make do. It turns out I forgot a spatula, so Hatchet has become a proud member of the Spatula family to get the job done. So being creative is, I think, a requirement when you forget a couple things. I'm trying to think, I think I forgot a couple things, but I made a pretty good list. But so far, tent camping is, yeah, it's good, but still rather be in the Airstream. But we'll just have to wait till it gets out of the shop, and we'll have another video coming up on that, exactly what's going on with our Airstream and why it's been in the shop twice this year. But it's only been in twice, and it's a year old, so we'll see where it goes from there. But we're going to go ahead and start filming for doing a highlight on this park, because I think this is a really great park, especially if you like doing things on the water. And it's a little bit tougher to say maybe get into Inks Lake, stuff like that. It looks like they have jet skiing, boating, all that kind of stuff. And it's you know, not near as popular as Inks. There's no store or anything like that. It'd be really cool if they did. I think they're kind of missing an opportunity here. But hey, if you're from Texas, that's your tax dollars at work. Make something happen. There's been appropriations going to the state parks, and they can use all they can get. And you know, they took a pretty big hit with the hurricane. Mustang having to be completely rebuilt, parts of Goose Island having to be completely rebuilt. So, you know, now is definitely the time to get the money flowing in. These are a great recreation for everybody. Let's go take a look around and see what we can see at Lake Corpus Christi State Recreational Area, or State Park, however they want to call it. But we're going to take a drive around and show you what the park looks like. Makes me wonder what was down here at some point. I mean, you've got the whole rock pier out here going on and steps that lead down to evidently a place only authorized personnel can go. Stairs will give you a little bit of a workout. Crazy. Not seeing a whole lot of activity here at this time of day, which is about noonish. Yep, right at 12:01. But also considering the weather, a little bit bummed. Probably should have gotten up early, but excuse me. We can only do what we can do. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and head back to the truck, take another little bit of a drive around, see how things are going. All right, it's time to do breakdown this morning. We're gonna skip breakfast because it's cold and we got a chance of rain only for this part of the morning coming in, and I don't want to stay that late today. So let's get her broken down and put away. There, everything's packed up. Trepco and tenting is done for the weekend. Now it's just time to drive back home. It was a heck of a night, and that was a chilly wake up in the morning. I mean, it was low 50s, probably, 52, something like that. So, not horrible. I'm not saying, it's like camping up north or anything like that. I live there, I know what it's like. But definitely different than being nice and warm and cozy in the Airstream, waking up and being able to make coffee. I haven't had any yet this morning, so just because I didn't have an electric site. If I had an electric site, we would still be drinking coffee instead of being packed up and ready to hit the road. So overall, not too bad. It was a fun trip, and I'll probably do it again, but definitely only in this kind of weather where it's cold, because I would rather be a little chilly than being hot, because that would just be miserable. I mean, I'm already sweating this morning just putting everything together, and it's not that warm out. But definitely a lot of work. I mean, we're looking at 3,242 steps since I got up this morning, and it's maybe been an hour or so. So it's a heck of a bit more of a workout than setting up the trailer, but a good trip overall. So thanks for watching my first tenting adventure solo on the Trap channel, and hopefully we'll have the Airstream back here pretty soon and we can get back to some regular RVing. All right, let's talk about Lake Corpus Christi State Recreational Area. I tell you, this is probably the best little state park you didn't know about. From what I understand, you know, a lot of people just don't know this one's here. They call it a recreational area, but if you go on the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department webpage, it is actually a state park. They do have full hookup RV camping here, not just water electric. We're talking full sewer hookup. They've got, and then the rest of it is pretty much tent camping with just water only, which is what I ended up in. I didn't see much in the way of water electric camping, but they do have shelters and cabins and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm thinking I probably should have snagged that shelter that was left over. But this is a great little park, and well, I wouldn't even say it's that little. I mean, it's not as big as Inks Lake, but it's kind of like a mini Inks Lake. There's, I guess, lots of stuff to do on the lake. We see people putting in their boats this morning already for fishing. This got awful early in the morning. But this is a cool little park. This is definitely one of the ones that we need to add on to our list for coming back to on a semi-regular basis. We've got the inflatable kayak we're going to be pulling out for the summer, and I think that would do great at this lake if we can't get into Inks, which is crazy busy. Inks is, even though we do have a reservation there this year. Get that sorted out since they moved to the new system. But yeah, great park here. A lot of people hit it. I mean, I was surprised at how busy it was, but without any kind of facilities really for the majority of the people here. But it's a good little park. So that's really all I have to say on it. We're gonna get out of here and get some coffee, and I don't know who this we is we're talking about. I guess I got a frog in my pocket or something, because it's just me. But I'm used to it being we, so that's a little weird. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hope you found the video informative, maybe a little entertaining. We'll see. And hope to see you out at the state parks here in Texas here pretty soon.